edition of Aspiring Authors Magazine. We will be live Tuesday, January 18th, 12 noon, streaming from Aspiring Authors Magazine Facebook page. Follow Queen of Collaborations on LINKTREE.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ladies of Legacy. I'm super excited about our guest on today, but before we start, I just want to share something with you guys. Shana Gourdine is one of the 61 women that is being honored inside our special edition of Aspiring Authors Magazine. Aspiring Authors Magazine has dedicated this entire edition to bring awareness to some amazing leading women around the world. Today, we're going to have the opportunity to get up close and personal with Shana Gourdine. We're going to get to share her journey and what it's been like to get here, where she is. She's doing some amazing things, and she's going to share some of the amazing things that she's doing. And then we're going to chat about legacy, what it looks like to her, what's the importance of creating a legacy, and what she wants her legacy to be. So I want you to take this opportunity to share this in your circle of influence. For those that do not know who I am Angela Thomas Smith. I'm the founder of AALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine, where my whole desire is to bridge the gap between brown authors all over this world and to touch on topics that's affecting our brown community. Without further ado, I want to present to some and to introduce to some my friend, my sister, this amazing queen, Shana Gourdine. Welcome.
Hello. Happy Tuesday.
Amen. How are you today?
I'm awesome. I can't complain.
I tell you, it's not even worth it. It's just wasted energy. I'm honored to have you here today. To share with those that tune in and those that will hear the replay, just a little bit about who you are. I tell you, you are amazing. I see you. We may not talk all the time, but I see you, and I see the amazing things that you're doing. You're definitely creating a legacy. I want you to share just a little bit about who you are and how did you get here.
Well, if we want to start with who I am, well, I'm originally from Cross, South Carolina. My name is Shana Gourdine. I am now an author since 2019. So it'll be my third year this year, actually starting to step into this purpose, I guess you call it. But a little about me is that I'm a mother of two. I live in Troy, New York. I am a woman of many hats. I am an author, a speaker, a motivator, a life coach, a writer, a spoken word artist, just many of blessings and here to be a purpose. My journey started with as far as me going through toxic relationships and just dealing with life. And I had to figure out why I was dealing with the things I was dealing with. So in 2019, I decided to step into the author world of being able to use my poetry and words to help other people to heal who they are and what they go through. Because a lot of times we go through trauma or we go through life and, it's just different versions of it. And you got to take it as a lesson and don't use it as a clutch. So my mission now is to help people know that there is life after trauma. There's life after devastation. There's life after anything is possible. Is always, you have to heal first and learn to forgive. So that's just pretty much who I am and what I do. You're mute.
Amazing. I always forget that I mute myself. Amazing. I tell you, I listen to your journey. I follow you across several platforms, and I tell you the things that you are faced with, but yet you press, you endure, your resilience. I tell you, the will in the will is definitely inside you. You are definitely called for this task. I tell you, I see how you are empowering women across your platform. I see how you are trying to impact the lives of our youth and all the things that you do through your spoken word, through just your platform. I'm just excited today to be able to share you. I want you to take this opportunity to share how individuals can connect with you, how they can follow your platforms, and I definitely want you to share your books.
Absolutely. All right. First, we're going to talk about my books because the very first book that I have is called The Mask Behind the Mask, which is a book of poetry and spoken words that I put together for people to love all the imperfections despite of what they deal with on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to tell you a little bit on how this book came about. The reason why I titled it The Mask Behind the Mask is because so many times we wear so many faces and we just forget the fact is that, you know, you try to put these faces on to feel comfortable, but at the end, if you keep putting on this mask, then you're going to continue to just have the thing and the turmoils and the toxicness that you carry. Like, I was devastated going through domestic violence, and I carried that shame and that judgment, but I had to take it off. I had to remember not to sit in silence and stand for other people that can't speak for themselves. The other purpose of why I titled it The Mask Behind the Mask, the fact is, if I didn't tell you, you would never know what I go through on a daily. I have fibromyalgia, I have ankylospondylitis, I have osteoarthritis, and I have a kidney disease, which is called polycystic kidney disease. So with that as well is also we have to be mindful on the shoes and the path that people walk to understand what their daily thing is to show up and help you or help anyone, or just you never know what they may be going through and why they may be dealing with what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. My second book is called Unveil the Broken Pieces of the Mask. With that, I have to then help you be able to take off these pieces of the mask, but also heal what is broken. Because just because you're broken doesn't mean that you can't be put back together. You just got to learn the steps of healing, forgiveness, loving yourself, self-knowledge, and self-worth. In order to connect with me, you can find me on www.theladybehindthemask.com. You can find me on social media as Shana Gourdine author, or you can also find me as Shana Gourdine. You can also find me in my Facebook groups of Power in Your Voice and Victory of the Minds. You can also find me on LinkedIn, trying to think what else do I have, and all the other platforms. Just if you don't see Shana Gourdine, you can find Shana and Master Motivation. Those are the other two. And with my Shana and Master Motivation is a place to help people learn to motivate themselves, be able to help them step into the other direction instead of making themselves self-sabotaged and stuck. I help and empower and inspire people to be a better version of themselves.
Wow, what a legacy! I tell you, what a legacy to leave. Wow, you're definitely showing individuals that they can overcome, and that's what it's all about. This journey that we're on, life. Um, we've not been here before, so we're experiencing this. This is an experience to us. So through these experiences that we go through, we have to be able to share them. And you're doing just that. So I applaud you. Thank you, Queen, for being a leading lady and creating legacy and showing us what that looks like. Today, I want you to share with me, what does legacy mean to you?
Legacy means to me, the fact is that I have two daughters that's right behind me. It's the fact that give them something to be able to build on after I'm gone. They can step into the purpose of what I've been doing to carry on the gaps of helping people to heal or to continue to build off the things that I've already started for them. Legacy for me is to have them be able to be in a different position than I was growing up, or as they're growing up, to just be a better place, learning self-knowledge, learning who they truly are, and all the above. And another part of my legacy for me is that I created them to be an author. Starting next month, I have them co-author in my children's book that I'm about to release. So whereas now they start in entrepreneurship at the ages 10 and 11.
Wow, you're definitely um, creating legacy, and you're showing your babies, you're leading by example. And that's what it's all about. We're trying to get back to a place where we are role models, and they don't have to look to those celebrities or those so-called people that people label role models
Mhm.
when they're right amongst you. And you're definitely doing that. You're being a role model to your own, and you're setting the way. You're creating legacy. You're paving the way. I tell you, wow. I'm at a loss for words, and people know that is very rare that I get stuck and lost for words, but because of the amazing things that you do, it just, if people just go to your social media page and they see the legacy that you are creating. I'm telling you, y'all, she's a part of so many projects. She has her hands in so many things. You would not believe that this young lady battles with the illnesses that she deal with on a day-to-day basis. And if you really truly, if she broke down a lot of those illnesses to you guys, I'm telling you, it touches my heart because when I first met her, I've seen the things that she's been through. She had surgery on her hands, yet she pressed. She didn't stop doing.
Nope.
She had COVID. She fell. She been through some things, y'all. But through it all, she kept pressing. She kept getting featured on magazine covers. She kept getting nominated for Authors of the Year, Motivation Speaker of the Year, you name it. She was doing it. Now tell us, what truly is your motivation and your strength?
Honestly, my true motivation and strength is my kids. It's like to see my babies' eyes open so wide. It reminds me the fact that there's another kid that might need to hear what I've got to say. There's another person that is attached to my story. There's another person attached to my testimony. And I say by grace and mercy, I'm alive. Because when I went through domestic violence, not necessarily I had to still be here, but by grace. I go through these conditions. This is something I was diagnosed with. I don't allow any one of them to control anything. Like she said, breaking it down. With fibromyalgia, it's chronic nerve pain. And that's something I deal with all the time. Ankylosing spondylitis, which is arthritis in my spine and goes to the rest of my joints like rheumatoid arthritis. And so on, which is chronic pain, period. But I don't allow that to stop what I'm doing because there's a mission. There's something greater than what's beyond what's for me. And I have to remember that my kids is watching. So everything I do, they're watching because then they might end up say, hey, well, mommy did this. So why not show them that regardless on the cards you're dealt, regardless on the things that you may deal with on a daily, you got this. And you got to be able to take those steps to say, you know what, I can do this regardless to what it is. Because so many times we let other things stop us. And I can't let anything stop me because there's somebody else attached to the situation. It's somebody else that need for me to help heal them. And I use the abbreviation for heal, which is helping and empowering amazing lives. And that's my dedication. But grace, and to help empower amazing lives, to help people motivate themselves to be a better version of themselves.
Wow. So motivating. So motivating. I tell you, and not only are you trying to motivate people, but you're always trying to bring somebody along the way with you.
Yeah.
I know because I'm one of the ones that you always sharing. You're always pulling me along the way. And I thank you for that because you've grasped it. It's not about you, but it's about the lives that you're here to impact. Those lives that you're supposed to be making a difference in. Healing.
Yes.
I love it. I want you to share it again because I want people to get it. You know, God dropped it in my spirit too, but He dropped a different version.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody here need to hear your version. I want you to hear. I want you to drop it again, baby.
Healing, helping to empower amazing lives is basically the affirmations for the H, which is helping, the A, amazing, the E, empower, and the L, lives. Because so many times we forget that we have to go back to where we've been to pull them to where we are. And we have to give those people those steps because some people don't know how to make it to that direction. You know, some people don't know how to heal. They think healing might just, oh, I don't talk about it no more, or I'm just not dealing with it. But the healing, you have to forgive yourself first, most foremost in anything. You don't forgive yourself for the people or the person that did you wrong or that attacked you. You forgive yourself for you. This is about you, not what they did, not what may have come. It's about you and your steps of going forward for your healing. You know, the next thing is to love. You got to love yourself because if you don't love yourself, how you want somebody else to do it? Love is a truly deep factor. It's you know, and it's an emotion that you shouldn't have to expect from someone because if you already got it, there's no need to go look for it. You know, the next thing is to be able to understand yourself, self knowledge. You have to dig deep and understand your roots, your ancestors, and everything beyond to understand who you truly are. So educate yourself. Also, knowing your self worth, your worth of understanding who you are, and that your body is a temple, and that your mind is sacred, and that the things with you is precious. Your peace is everything. And if it's a choice between peace and someone else, choose peace because someone else is just going to make it toxic if it ain't working. So heal.
Wow, like this young lady just touched on so much, and I just want I just want to back. Look, I want to share something real quick. So heal for me is hindrance, ego, attitude, and of course love.
Mm-hmm.
Love covers a multitude of sin. We got to stop allowing hindrance, all those things that you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
boost up our ego because that ego, it will not allow you to be an encouragement to somebody else. It'll keep you giving up instead of overcoming.
Right.
And it keep you moving in an attitude because you got so much bottled up on the inside
Mm-hmm.
and it has to come out and it comes out in your attitude.
Right.
Love covers a multitude of sin. Love draws.
Mm-hmm.
Love does not hurt. Love is action. I'm telling you, you touched on some things today, girl. Ooh, queen. If y'all
That's
not
necessary.
following her, I'm telling you, y'all need to follow my sister. Follow her. I've shared her links. They're posted in the comment section and they were up on the screen. But you said something else. You were talking about um oh my God. See, I don't forget. See, I don't lost my train of you said love, you said heal. What was the last thing you said?
I said self love. I said knowledge, self worth, forgiveness, and
Oh, I'm gonna think about it in a minute.
listen. Yeah, you gotta think about it because I'm
Hey,
like,
Frederick.
you know, when I be in the moment, it be a lot coming out, and I just let it flow.
Oh, I know what it was. See, thank you, Holy Ghost. You said peace. You
There,
talked about
yeah.
peace, and what truly does that word mean to you? Because there's something amazing, and another amazing connection that you and I have. This amazing queen here was the world global face of Africa Fashion for Peace for 2021. And of course, that platform is based on peace.
Mm-hmm.
And it would circle around this year and allow me to be able to be a part of that same platform. I didn't win the overall like you, but it's okay. I finished in sixth place. I'm honored to be an ambassador for 2021, 2022. And in this honor, I tell you, peace. What does that word truly mean to you?
For me, peace is unity. Women taking the crowns to fix each other, men helping the other man to be, just going to other levels. Like, peace is also my mind, my body, and my spirit. Because in that moment, if you don't got peace, what do you have? And a lot of times, peace is all about what you let inside, as far as what you allow in your place, in your head, in your body, and around you. You control your peace. You control what you let internally to digest in mind, body, and soul. It's pieces. If I have to, if you're messing with my peace, that means you're not meant to be in this situation. You have to get removed, because
Right.
if I'm not at peace, then I'm not being helpful to myself.
Right.
That means I'm allowing someone to disrupt my peace, my sanctuary, my mind, my body, and my soul, because that's all connected. Because if your mind messed up, your soul ain't right, and your body ain't right, then you just total chaos.
I'm telling you, it's just something about words and how he dropped these words in our spirit. He may give them to us differently, but they all connect, and it all runs into one course. Because peace for me, when it was dropped in my spirit, was the peace stands for present spiritual state. What is your present? Are you allowing somebody to keep you from operating in the things that you're supposed to be doing? Or are you walking in your purpose? It goes back again to what you said, what you allow in your space.
Right.
The E stands for evolving in the things of God. Are you doing what you think that you were placed here to do? What your purpose is, not what somebody else is saying your purpose is, but what you feel in your heart, down in your soul, what your purpose is.
Right.
The A stands for align. Are you aligned to that purpose?
Mm-hmm.
The C stands for clarity. Clarity to see the vision. Can you see truly what you are purposed to do? Do you see the vision? And the E stands for empathy. Do you have the ability to understand others, even though you're moving in your purpose? Are you truly walking in your purpose? Do you have compassion? Are you moving in love? Or do you have an ego and moving with an attitude? That's what peace means to me. Present, evolving, aligned, clarity, and empathy. What's your peace?
Mm.
How are you moving today?
Right.
What are you allowing in? Because she said something. What you allow in is what's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
What you giving out always come back too.
Yes.
We have to remember that. I tell you, I truly have enjoyed chatting with you today. You are definitely creating a legacy. I look back. As we sit here, we have another thing in common. We're both from South Carolina.
Yes.
Two little old girls from South Carolina, country little girls from South
Right.
Carolina. Not in a million years we probably ever thought that we would be here. But I'm honored today to be able to be sitting beside this young woman that is definitely paving the way for other little girls from Cross, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, all those little small, Anderson, South Carolina, Levelland,
Mm-hmm.
Centerville,
Mount
Charleston,
Swanner.
Myrtle Beach, all of them. All of them. That's paving the way, letting them know that if there's a will, there is a way. If you want it, you can have it. All you have to do is have faith and step out and believe that you can create a legacy and that it's in your hand. You have the power. You have the power because you've been positioned to overcome by being a willing vessel to empower others through your resilience. You
And
didn't give up.
right.
Show
Amen.
that book one more time because they need to know that they have power. I tell you, when you're operating in the things of God, it does not matter. Everybody that is connected to you, everybody gonna have something in common. I mean, power is my thing,
Yes.
and that just touches my heart. Not only that, you're showing, you're pouring it into babies.
Yes.
You're showing them that they have the power on the inside of them. It goes back to Genesis 2:7. He said he breathed the breath of life in us. So that
Mm-hmm.
means a part of him is on the inside of us.
Right.
Everything that we need, everything that we want, everything that we desire, it's already there.
Yep.
It's up to us to tap into these things.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm so honored to have you along with us this year to be a part of the 121 days of 5 a.m. prayer. I am honored. I cannot wait. I'm trusting and believing that God is going to move these 121 days. Before we leave, I want you to share. I just want you to pour into the listeners today and those that may hear this replay so that they don't give up, that they know that they didn't just get dropped out of the sky, that there's a plan for their life. According to Jeremiah 29:11, he said he had a plan for us to prosper us, for us to be in good health, for us to have hope in the future. So his word is not going to return to him void. So I want you to encourage somebody on today to not give up on this journey and to create legacy, just as you've done. If you don't do another thing, you have legacy. They can
Mm-hmm.
Google you
Yes,
and
they
they can
can.
see what you've done.
Absolutely.
If you don't do another thing, I thank you and God bless you. But I want you to pour into them really quick before we leave.
To anybody that's watching that may be going through a hard time, if it could be depression, anxiety, PTSD. I've dealt with all of it as well. Just understand there is a way to get to the other side. You just have to remember to have faith over fear. And a lot of times we fear the unknown and we're not prepared for the other side, but you can get prepped for it. But you got to have the mental capacity to be ready for the journey. And I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but remember that if you don't quit on yourself, I'm not quitting on you. So you got to be able to go, keep going, keep working, keep going to whatever your dream may be, whatever your future job you want it to be, whatever your plans is for a house, whatever your future is. For 2022 is the year elevation. It's the year to level up. And the thing about it is being able to level up, you have to pour inside yourself first. You have to be able to understand that it starts with you. And like we said, the power is within you. And if you don't know where your power is, pray about it. Well, have these spiritual talks with yourself. Figure out what is your purpose if you feel lost. Figure out what is your next things, because you can't be stuck for 2022. It's time to take the steps to continue to be a greater version of yourself. So remember, don't be fearful of the unknown. Get uncomfortable to be successful. Keep going regardless of what it looks like. And remember, don't give up on you, because I'm not giving up on you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Do not give up on yourself because she's not giving up on you. That is powerful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always great to know that there's someone cheering for you. You, we talked about a lot, but I can't say that we talked about your life coach, and she is an amazing life coach. And if you're stuck, if you just need a little direction, if you just need a little push, um, reach out to her. I'm sure she can get you involved in one of her courses, get you on the right track, get you motivated for 2022. Because I tell you, we have been prepared, we have been positioned, and we have been postured just for this season. And she's definitely walking in that. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Again, shout out your website so that people can go over and check you out.
It's www.theladybehindthemask.com. And if you have trouble finding that, you can always find me on Facebook as Shana Gourdine, which is ShanaGourdine. And it's just always a pleasure. I'm telling y'all. Even if you just need to speak and you just say, hey, I need an ear to listen. That's what I'm built for, because I took sociology in school. So listen, I've been born and breed for this. Just know That it starts with you. Don't stop your hustle because you feel that somebody's not cheering for you. Don't stop your hustle because it don't look like it's going anywhere. When I started, I didn't have all the waves and the praise and all the acknowledgement. That came with time. But that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for that one person I might have healed today and that one person I might heal tomorrow. If I heal one person at a time, that means the world is going in a better direction. If I teach somebody how to self-love themselves, know self-knowledge, self-worth, that means it's going in a better direction. But it takes the step of you going inside and taking those steps to do the work, because I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink it.
Wow. You said some powerful things in that closing. I definitely want to thank you for stopping by and sharing with us. You are definitely creating a legacy. You are definitely a lady of legacy. Cannot wait to share you inside March edition of Aspiring Authors Magazine. I pray that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed. I love you, Queen.
I love you as always.
Thank you. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and sharing once again another episode of Ladies of Legacy. Shana is one of 61 women that will be featured inside March edition of Ladies of Legacy, a special edition of Aspiring Authors Magazine. I'm super honored to be able to share these women with you guys. You're not following me, you can go over and follow me on LINKTREE, Queen of Collaboration, and then you can follow me on Facebook, Queen of Collaboration. I truly believe in networking, partner, and pulling my women together and bringing them up and showing them that we can work together. So I'm excited about what God has planned for us for 2022. Just like Sheena said, it's your season. You're positioned for this. Y'all, we've endured so long. It's time for us to walk in all that God has for us. I want you guys to be blessed. Please stay tuned. I have some more amazing women that are going to be coming up later on in the week and next week. Our show will be airing on demand through Roku and several shows. Several stations. I'm going to be sharing them with you guys through my various social media sites. So please make sure that you stay tuned. Our show will air live on demand February the 1st, Ladies of Legacy. Again, I thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the Queen of Collaborations. I love you guys. Be blessed.